All right, so Alex Pereira lost yesterday, and many people are feeling like it's all over. Like there's nothing to live for. The game's gone. Light heavyweight is done. I was saying this yesterday. The weeping in the morning, it hasn't stopped. Maybe we're being dramatic, but the sun is shining here, but it's raining somewhere else. Maybe I'm being dramatic. If you hate Dagestanis, you're probably packing your stuff up right now and marching to Vegas to go protest in the Apex or something stupid like that. We lost yesterday the most active champion in years. By the way, what's up? I'm Flying Squirrel. I'm recording this from outside your bedroom window. We just lost the most active champion in years. He fought 4 times in a calendar year last year. He literally debuted in the UFC in 2021, late 2021, like November. Alex was the biggest name in the sport, and he just lost to a guy who was headlining the Apex last year.
Oh, hell no,
okay,
man.
so someone needs to be praying for Dana White. Merab Dvalishvili, Bilal Muhammad, Magomed Ankalaev, 3 guys with names that are hard to remember and hard to pronounce, who give you a 49-46 cage control decision in a main event in an arena. Someone needs to go get Dana White. I know he's in critical condition right now. Someone needs to make sure he gets out of his cold plunge tomorrow morning, okay? This is crazy. I asked my friends last year, I said, you know who Alex Pereira is? You know, just casual conversation. Hey, you want to watch some highlights? They didn't know who he was. I met another person this week. Didn't know who Alex Pereira was. Young. Not Diddy Young, but like Drake Young.
Hey, yo!
You know? They didn't know who Alex Pereira was. So how many people do you think know who Ankalaev is? It might literally just be us right here who knows who he is. It's probably people who work in the UFC. They don't know. This is Magomed Ankalaev. Is he the he's the flyweight, right? No. This sport is so niche, and it's not good to have non-mainstream stars. But as bleak as this situation may seem, I want to suggest that it's not actually that bad of a deal that Alex lost to Ankalaev. Since this happened, I've had some time to think. You know, me and my wife, we went walking today. We went on a hike. She has a blister on her foot. I have a rash on a place where the sun don't shine. And I'm sitting here on my ice pack, and I'm going to tell you guys, and I think I can convince you with 3 reasons why this is actually not that bad of a situation, okay? First reason why this is not actually that bad of a situation is because now we don't have to deal with Alex Pereira versus Jon Jones.
Oh my God!
Now, if Alex Pereira had won that fight last night, the UFC, Dana White would be moving as fast as a mosquito in a bat cave, trying to get this fight set with Jon Jones and Alex Pereira. He would be moving so fast, roadrunner speed, bro. The only way to stop him would be to make the roadrunner. You just have to make a fake wall with Jon Jones on it, and he'd run into it and then turn into an accordion. Wow. That's something Drickus Duplessis would do. But this is what I'm saying, okay? That little Looney Tunes fight, it looks good on a poster. Alex Pereira versus Jon Jones. It looks good on a poster, and it looks good if you're Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, that sounds like a good fight. But in reality, that's like a senior versus a freshman. I mean, Jon Jones, he thrives when he's fighting the smaller guy. Jon Jones was fighting at 205 as a 21-year-old. Okay, he has 2 brothers in the NFL. Alex Pereira is literally a middleweight. This is not going to be a good fight. Jon Jones is one of the best wrestlers and submission artists in UFC history. Alex Pereira, don't even get me started, okay? What is Alex going to do when Jon Jones hits a sweep single? Dumps him down, passes his guard, huh? What is he going to do? What's he going to do when Jon Jones is on his back like a human backpack? Huh? What's he going to do? Now, though, now that Alex Pereira has lost to Magomed Ankalaev, that dream fight, the little Pereira dream fight versus Jon Jones, it's done. It's gone. It's off the table. Jon Jones is left with only one option. He has to fight Tom Aspinall. That is the fight. That is the only fight that can save the UFC right now. You have to make this fight, and now he has no excuse. He's fighting Tom Aspinall, who's a real heavyweight, a true contender, a true champ. You got to unify the belt. You got to do your job. It's going to happen, man. The UFC is supposed to be the best guy fighting the best guy. When Alex last night fought Ankalaev, it was the best guy fighting the best guy. Beautiful. Jon Jones fighting Tom Aspinall, it will be the best guy versus the best guy. Reason number 2 why it's okay that does it feel like I'm lecturing y'all? I'm literally, imagine me sitting on an ice pack with a bug bite on my butt. I hope it doesn't feel like I'm lecturing y'all. I literally have been farting all day long. If that humanizes me a little more. I've been farting so much. I had bean chili. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna get a call from Elon Musk asking if I could be the booster on a spaceship. That's how much gas I got in me right now. But I'm gonna give you reason number 2. Light heavyweight just got a little more interesting. So, what would have happened if Alex had actually won yesterday? Okay? If he had won, who would he fight? He'd have no one to fight. You know he likes to fight every 3 months, every 4 months. He's active. That's why we love him. But who would he fight in 4 months from now? Dricus du Plessis? Jon Jones? No. Who would he fight at light heavyweight? Ankalaev? No. Yuri? Already beat him. John? Beat him. Jamal Hill? Already beat him. Rakic? He just lost. Carlos Oberg? Maybe. Khalil Roundtree just beat him. There's no more fights for Alex Pereira at light heavyweight if he wins against Magomed Ankalaev. But now that Magomed Ankalaev has fought and won, we got more options. Now I'm going to start with the driest option, Jan Blachowicz. That's a dry option. Don't really want to see that. Here's the second driest option, but a little better, Jamal Hill. They're both good boxers. I feel like this would be a good little slugging match. Another good option, Khalil Roundtree. I feel like it would probably go the same way. Magomed Ankalaev would probably fully take him down, actually. I think another good fight, Carlos Oberg. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does against Jan Blachowicz. But you know what the best fight would be for Magomed Ankalaev? You got it, dude.
I'm coming.
I feel like to beat Magomed Ankalaev, you got to be a goofy goober. I feel like if Yuri Prochazka comes out here the way he fought Jamal Hill with the Matrix head movement and just like, dude, turning it into a dogfight, swinging and ducking and bop, bop. I feel like he could beat Magomed Ankalaev, or just it would be one of the best fights we've ever seen. You got to mess it up with him. You got to be Paul Craig level goofy. And there's only 2 men. There's Yuri Prochazka and there's Dricus du Plessis. I think those are the only 2 guys who could probably beat Magomed Ankalaev. Because you got to use your tune power. Imagine if Dricus du Plessis moved up to 205 and then he just like somersaults into Ankalaev, puts him on his back, chokes him out. He's the only... Imagine if he just blitzed towards him the whole fight with his eyes closed, tripping over his own feet. By the end of round 4, Magomed Ankalaev looks like a cherry tomato and he breaks the striking record. And just Dricus du Plessis is a double champ. I can dream, right? I feel like the only person that would happen to is Dricus du Plessis. But back on topic, instead of light heavyweight being the Pereira one-man show, now it's mixed up. Now, reason number 3, are y'all ready? Reason number 3 why Alex losing is okay is because every time Alex loses, he comes back and he evolves or he changes something. And when he comes back, he does something that's never been seen before. So 2021, let's take you back to 2021, a fight that none of us watched. Okay, Alex Pereira versus Artem Vakitov.
Huh?
He obviously lost because he was not shaving his head before the fights. He loses his last match in Glory Kickboxing for the light heavyweight title. 3 months later, he's in the UFC making his debut. He knocks someone out with a flying knee. 12 months after this, he won the belt by beating Adesanya like Omni-Man beat his son in Invincible. That is what I'm talking about, evolving. Last time he lost, he went to another sport and won the championship. Now let's talk about the next time that he lost. First of all, in hindsight, when we look at this loss against Adesanya, he was cutting so much weight. Like, he walks around at 220 and then he drops to 185. Bruh, if I walked around at 220 and I had to drop to 185, lose 40 pounds in 1 week, a good ray of sunshine could knock me out, okay? If someone were to smoke a cigarette and blow the smoke my way, as soon as it hits me, I'd be laying on the concrete too. Cutting 40 pounds, and then you got to fight Israel Adesanya with a freaking death wish, cosplaying as his pet dog, swinging haymakers at you. Yeah, that would be a pretty tough fight. He loses that fight to Israel Adesanya in April. By November, he's the champ of another division.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
So 2021, he lost the light heavyweight in Glory. By the end of 2022, he was the middleweight champ in UFC. In April 2023, he loses the middleweight belt. By November 2023, he's the light heavyweight champion, okay? So now he just lost 49-46, a decision to Magomed Ankalaev. It wasn't a huge gap between them. Like, this is a thing that he could go back, study, make a couple adjustments, and he could come back and beat Magomed Ankalaev in the rematch. And can you imagine what that would do for his legacy? How insane of a resume that would be. The one loss, he got back. Or people are saying he should go to heavyweight. Me, myself, I don't think this is a good idea. I think he should stick to light heavyweight. Try to beat Magomed in the rematch. If he doesn't, maybe go up to heavyweight. But, dude, he's huge, but he's not that huge. Like, he's walking around at 235 now, but these heavyweights are walking around at 260, 280. They're just going to dive at his legs and rugby tackle him. And, guys, have you seen his legs?